ICU stock has been on a massive run for weeks, up 70% in the past month. But is this a buying opportunity, or should this be a warning sign and time to sell? In this video, I will analyse ICU stock and give you my thoughts on why I think that this could be one of the biggest gainers of 2024. What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. This stock has insane potential and I will explain what is going on in this video. Later in the video I will explain exactly what the price I expect SeaStar to hit within the next few days. I also have one bonus stock for you in this video that could double your money or even triple your money within the next 5 days, so keep watching until the end. And let me know if you agree with my analysis or not in the comment section below. Before we get into the video, again I want to thank all you guys who have been watching my recent videos. After taking such a break from YouTube, it's good to hear from so many of you, and it really means a lot to me. Smashing the thumbs up costs literally nothing, but it helps the channel out a lot. Can we get another 200 likes on this video? Please try help make that happen. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be doing regular stock videos again for the rest of the year. Finally, I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Now let's get into it. This is my first time talking about ICU stock on the YouTube channel, so let's take a quick look at SeaStar Medical Holdings so everyone can understand exactly what they do. Now guys, try to remember, never invest in a stock that you know nothing about. Just because you've seen some posts in some stock groups or some videos on YouTube, always do your own due diligence and at the very least understand what a company does. So SeaStar Medical Holdings is a technology company that is trying to redefine how therapies can reduce the consequences of excess inflammation on vital organs through novel solutions and services. The focus is on transforming key immune system messengers from pro-inflammatory physiology or removing pro-inflammatory mediators. The impact on inflammation on organs and long-term health is just beginning to be understood, and SeaStar Holdings fancy themselves as an upcoming leader in this space. Right, so what is the big deal about SeaStar Holdings right now? And why is the share price rising? After all, the stock is now 78 cents, which is up over 300% from its low back in September, but it is also about 50% below the price it hit in October. So the first thing to point out is that SeaStar went public through a reverse merger in October of 2022. At the time of this reverse merger, this was an $85 million deal. But this was an absolutely terrible time for SPAC mergers, and the entire market was crashing at the time, with SPAC stocks generally dropping about 80 to 90%. Okay, so this is where the stock gets interesting. ICU stock was trading at about $2 in May 2023. However, at this point, SeaStar received a letter from the FDA regarding its SCD device. In the letter, the FDA indicated that the application is not approvable in its current form, but outlined specific guidance as to how the application may be amended and resubmitted successfully. Obviously, this was a very disappointing result for SeaStar Medical, as they had expected a positive result, and the share price plummeted. After initially dropping more than 60%, SeaStar Holdings continued to decline until September, when it hit an all-time low of just 16 cents per share, which is a 97% drop. However, at the end of September, everything changed for SeaStar Holdings. The stock rocketed up 500%, and this is just the beginning. SeaStar announced an FDA breakthrough device designation for its patented first-in-class SCD device for use with patients in hospital ICU with acute or chronic heart failure and worsening renal function. Now, the breakthrough device designation is expected to expedite the clinical development and regulatory review of the SCD. This is only the 9th breakthrough device designation granted by the FDA's Center for Biologic Evaluation and Research, or CBER, since the program's inception in 2015. Now think about this. Every single day the FDA are making decisions on what to approve or deny. Every day we see some stocks rocket and some stocks tank on FDA news. But in 9 years the FDA's center, the CBER, has only given breakthrough device designation 9 times. That's 9 times in 9 years. But it gets better than that. In October, the FDA issued the approvable letter for SeaStar's medical SCD device for pediatric patients. The approvable letter indicates that SeaStar Medical's HDE application substantially meets the requirements for an approval order. SeaStar Medical intends to work diligently with the FDA to complete these action items in the coming weeks and expects to commence commercialization of the SDC by the end of 2023 or the first quarter of 2024. In addition to adult acute kidney injury, we have recently received breakthrough device designations for the SCD in both cardiorenal syndrome and hepatorenal syndrome, which should expedite the clinical development and regulatory review of the SDC for use in these indications. Now this is game changing, and the stock price did rocket up to the highest it had been in months. But this was nearly 3 months ago, and there have been huge developments since then, which I will cover in just a moment. Now before we take a look at the charts, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you find this information helpful, then smash the like button, share this video, and help get the word out. This is already one of the most talked about stocks in certain groups, but the majority still have no idea about it. Looking at the charts, we can see that ICU stock has strong levels of support and resistance. There is a strong level of support at about 67 cents. On the one occasion it broke the support level, it dropped to about 35 cents, but was back above this again within 2 months. ICU stock is now trading more than 300% above its all-time low. However, there is a strong level of resistance around 120, but if we get FDA approval, then I see no reason why ICU would not smash through that. The next level of resistance would be 210, and then I think about 450. So in my opinion, there is a lot more upside than downside for ICU stock right now. Just before the stock tumbled in May 2023, analysts were rating this stock as a buy with a price target of $5. Of course, when the letter did come from the FDA, it wasn't what was expected, but now that is all changing. Exactly 1 month ago, SeaStar Medical announced the enrollment of 12 subjects into the Neutralize ACI pivotal clinical trial, evaluating the safety of its SCD technology in critically ill adults with acute kidney injury requiring continuous kidney replacement therapy. So it's great to see enrollment in this pivotal clinical trial, but what's down here is the most important part of this press release. SeaStar Medical expects to receive FDA approval for its SCD Pediatric or SCD PED under the humanitarian device exemption for use in children weighing 10 kilograms or more requiring continuous CKRT anytime within the next 30 to 45 days, and to commence commercialization of the SCD PED in Q1 2024. Well, guess what guys, we are now a third of the way through Q1, but this press release was exactly 1 month ago. We could have FDA approval as early as next week, and then another catalyst will come in Q2 or Q3 of this year, where we will have the phase 3 analysis for ACI in adults. So let's face it, let's be serious here. If this gets approved for pediatrics, then there should really be no problem for adults, so it will be upwards only for the next few months. That's my opinion, but I can't think of any logical reason why anything else would happen. One more thing is this post on Reddit Penny Stocks page. There is a link to this, and there is also a link to Seeking Alpha where you can check out lots of comprehensive analysis on lots of stocks. At the moment, using my referral link below, Seeking Alpha are giving a free 7-day trial, so check that out. You will also receive up to 50% off your subscription. If you don't like it, then cancel it within 7 days at no cost. Check this out using my link below. So now there is some very interesting points on this page, but this was from 3 months ago. SeaStar Medical has 3 breakthrough device designations in total for SCD. They have enough money for everything. They received a $100 million equity line of credit and have products ready to go. The outstanding shares is 19 million shares, and most of this is locked up. Now this was 3 months ago. Things are a little bit different now, because in the past few days, SeaStar have announced the pricing of a $9 million direct offering to a single institutional investor to purchase 10.84 million shares. So this is expected to close before the end of the month. So the outstanding share count will be closer to 30 million shares. But isn't this extremely interesting to see one single institutional investor purchasing that many shares? Like, once this is completed, they will own nearly 11 million shares from a 30 million share float. That's 1/3 of the company's shares being bought in one deal. And if this breakdown is anywhere near accurate, then it's easy to see why they would be investing. The cost per device is between $10,000 and $20,000. There's approximately 700,000 cases in the US alone. So 700,000 cases multiplied by between $10,000 or $20,000 equals $7 to $14 billion per year. Yes, that's in billions. And as it says here, that is not including the other FDA approvals for other diseases. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you've watched all the way through the video and enjoyed my content, then please hit the like button, it really helps the channel out. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, bell notification, follow me on Twitter if you would like to see another update soon. And earlier in the video, I did promise one bonus stock, so check out UroGen Pharma, which will be having a huge day on Wednesday. This URG in stock is trading at $16 right now. But my eyes are on these February 16 call options that look very tasty indeed for URG in stock. This could easily end up being above $20 by the weekend. Massive money to be made here. But none of this is financial advice in any way. I am not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence on these companies. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.